Flosstube, welcome to episode 1 of Coffee and Stitches with Mandy. Today is September 8th, 2021. Welcome to all you guys for joining me. This is going to be a whip parade, sort of, with most of my whips. I've got a couple that are in hiatus until next year, and then a little bit about myself. So let's grab our cup of coffee or tea and stitching, and let's get started with a little bit about myself. I am Amanda, also known as Mandypinecone on Instagram. I've been stitching since I was little. I can remember counting cross stitching, stamp cross stitching, like 8 or 9, and I've picked it up here and there. Probably the last 5-6 years, it's been a lot more in amongst my knitting. For the last probably year and a half, my knitting bug kind of decided it was going to go away, and I've picked up stitching a lot more. I will and then I'll a lot more. So I've got most of my whips to show you today. I've got, like I said, I've got some that are in hiatus until next year that I want to focus on next year if I don't end up doing a bunch of sales. I'm doing both the Frosted Pumpkins Cozy Cafe and the Clouds Factory Planet B this year. But I'm stitching 2 of the Cozy Cafes. So let me show you those. Starting point. I'm caught up on one almost. I've got some of the border to finish, which shouldn't take long because I thought I finished it and never got to. But this one I still have to stitch the August block, but I've got up to there. I am changing colors and changing the pattern somewhat. I changed the top on both of them to mine and my cousin's last name. The year at the bottom is the year that each of us got married. And then the coffee cup, which is August, I am switching out the initials on the cup to, on mine it's my husband's, my name, and then on my cousin's, which is what this one is, it's going to be her husband and her initials. But it's mostly the call for color. No, this one is a bunch of Fiberlicious colors because I bought a coffee thread pack from her. So I'm switching out the browns in the pattern on hers to for the thread pack. I put my fancy flosses and extras end up on rings, and I know which one they go with because I've switched out the thread drops. These are just on cardstock. This is a coffee cup. My Christmas ones have Christmas light bulbs or trees. So there's some colors, and then because her favorite color is purple and teal and mine is pink, I picked up some also from Fiberlicious geranium to do the letters and the scallops under the table on mine, and then hers is Ocean's Waves, and then I'll switch the colors on the other one. piece of thread. I don't know which color. I'll fix it later. But yeah, so I switched out the scallops here. This one is stitched on 18 count Mystic Skies by Fibrelicious. 18 count is my happy place right now. I'm not a big fan of linens, even weaves, the higher counts, doing 2/1 or 2/2. I'm a 18 count 2/1 stitcher. I don't want to have to think when I'm stitching, so that's why everything I have is usually 18 count. I'll do 16 every so often if I can't find what I want in 18 count, but that's about it. So this is my version. It's easier to see where I changed it out on this. So it's like my last name on top. I've got the teal and green border around the side, the pink scallops, and then this is August block, so it has my husband's and my initials on the diner cup. So you've got the raspberry mocha, the Earl Grey, the matcha, the strawberry lemonade, sparkling water, and then the coffee. So this one, I've got a little bit to do on the very bottom border here, and this one will be finished until the 25th, because this comes out the 25th of each month. So yeah, there's that one. And then for my Planet B cell, which comes out on the 1st, I'm gonna start the lemur and tiger that go here probably tonight, because I'm sick of stitching the coffee cup, but I'm caught up with this. My nephew has already said this is going to him, so that's, once I finish it, I'll frame it and give it to him, because he is an animal lover and he saw the sloth for this month and decided that Auntie Mandy can only stitch it for him. And I'm fine with that. I was debating on if I was keeping it myself or giving it to him anyway, so that's where it's going. The next one I have is from Stitchline, I think, on Etsy. It's In This House, We Do Disney. So I'm 60% done on this. This is probably this is the oldest WIP I have in my rotation right now. I'll pick it up when I feel like stitching on it, and then it goes pretty quick, but it doesn't get a lot of love. It is on 18 count Sprite by Pictureless Plus. The Planet B is on 18 count Ariel by Pictureless Plus. So like all I really have is the top 2 lines here, and then I think there's a bunch of words down here, and then that one will be done. Hopefully I can finish that next year, because I know I'm not going to finish it this year. And yeah. The other WIP I want to say is a set that I am stitching for myself. I decided, I want to say January or February, that I wanted to stitch the Hometown Holidays series. Hometown Holidays, the Glitter Village, and pieces from the Farmhouse Christmas by Little House Needleworks. The Glitter Village is by Country Cottage Needleworks. But change the colors to fit friends, family, things that make me happy, so I can make this village to go around the bottom of my Christmas tree, and then keep on adding to it as I feel like it. Well, I've got 10 of them finished right now. So first one I've got finished is Baba Black Sheep, I think is what this one is. So this one is mostly the called for, but the sheep, I used a wool thread, 2 different wools, so they got little black bodies and then like an off-white off-white for their head. All of them actually will have some glitter because if it sparkles, it's better. Like this one it's just the beak on the cardinal. But yeah, I think this is mostly the called for colors. I might have changed out the gray, the browns. I have written in my planner like 4 different browns, 4 different greens that I'm switching between all of them to they are more cohesive. And then the building colors will get changed out depending on who or what I'm designing the colors, the building for. So like this is just the sheep. The bookstore is done. This is from Hometown Holidays. So like with this one, the candle is sparkly, the beaks of the cardinals. And then my friend Sarah owns the bookstore. So her favorite color is orange. So I've got pumpkin spice, Fiberlicious I used here. She's got purple doors, the hot pink shutters, a white, and then the books are just random colors that I'm using on other buildings, so it brings that in. And these are all stitched on either 18 count Vintage Country Mocha or 18 count coffee dyed Ada. Okay, and then I've got Sarah's house. And like on this one, the whole trunk of the tree glitters. The glitter, I'm using either Petite Treasure Braid Oath 2 or 27, depending on the pattern. So like there's the gold. This is my friend Lynn's house. So like this one's got the PB 27 around as trim and then throughout the tree. There. I've got the firehouse done. This is my friend Jen's house. So it's got the sparkles. It's got the silver sparkle. At some point I've gotten written down what all these colors are, but they're all somewhat throughout all of them, but I'm trying to keep limited but still go with the person that it's inspired by. So like this is my cousin's house. She's got chickens, so she's got a chicken, and then this is supposed to be a cow, but she has 3 Great Danes. So I took the cow and sort of turned it into a Great Dane. And then she's got a blue house, and then her door is purple. And then the bell, or the collar on the dog, and then the chicken and the cardinal beaks are sparkly. Oh, and the feet on the chicken. My friend Christy owns Fiber Stash Dye Works, so she has a dye studio in my village. So there's that. And then I've got the hometown diner, because you need somewhere to go to grab a bite to eat, so you don't have to cook all the time. And then the other one I have done, which I need to FFO at some point, is the rack meeting house. This is inspired by a group that I'm a member or mod for on Facebook. It's a rack like nail stamping group. So for their 1-year anniversary of founding of the group, I stitched that in July. And then, like, these are just some of the colors that I'm using. One of my favorite ones is Fiberlicious Raunchy Rainbow. This is the rainbow that I've used in a couple of them. A couple other ones that I have planned will have this as like the door or accent colors. But yeah, it's some of these. I've got some DMC colors that are on bobbins that go with this, but yeah, see, like, these are just some of the colors. When I have in my planner, I've written out what each symbol is, what color the pattern calls for, and what color I'm converting it to. So when I pick up something, I can easily go, okay, and just stitch. I've got a bunch more to do. I want to try to get 2 or 3 of these more done this year, and then next year I want to try to do 1 a month, but we'll see how that goes. So I've got the toy store, the sweet shop, Main Street Station, my house, which is going to get switched out for one of my friend's house. I have Snow Boutique, the Ice Creamery. Would like these. I'm not doing this top border, and the snow on the bottom will actually just be filled in. This is Glitter House 7, and this one, I'm not doing the top border or what's down below here, just so they all match. This is the pet store, the florist, Glitter House 3, the filling station. This is the only one that I'll probably end up stitching twice, because I'm going to modify this somewhat and make it look like Lowe's where I work. So the sign's going to have a Lowe's, and then this one's probably going to, that's the one that's probably going to take me the longest, just to figure out how I'm playing with it to make it look right. But I think I have an idea how to do it. The post office, the quilt shop, which is probably going to, instead of doing a quilt shop, it might end up being a needlework shop, because I took the needlework shop and made it into Christie's Dye Studio. The mercantile, the coffee shop. When I stitch this one, I'm going to use the Fiberlicious coffee thread pack for most of the colors. Grandma's house, the school, the tree yard, and then when I do this, I will pull in all the different shades of green that I'm using for the trees and the different patterns, and so they all match in this one. Skates and sleds, Glitter House 6, Glitter House 8, Glitter House 4, and then for the church for my village, I'm using the Glitter House church, because I really like how this one looks versus the one that's part of the Hometown Holiday series. And then the last one I'm using from Farmhouse Christmas is Grandpa's Pickup. I started this one in March on the same piece of fabric as the Firehouse. Got Firehouse done and then looked, and I don't have enough room to stitch this one, so I have to restart it. But yeah, there's that. My plans for September are to finish up my cousin's Cozy Cafe, do the Planet B cell, get those done, and then depending on when I get those done, I will pick up one of the Hometown Holiday series, start that, but depending on when I finish it, depends on what I start, because the Cozy Cafe comes out the 24th, I think, of this month, and I want to be caught up by then. The animals, if I don't get them done by the 24th, no big deal. Those are easy to stitch. I'll do those whenever. But I'd like to have the animals done by the 1st. The Cozy Cafe, August blocks by the 24th. And that's really it. My filming will probably be just once a month. Because with my schedule, it's hard. My days off are really random. So I'm gonna try to film when I have time, at least once a month, hopefully, until I get into December. And then December we'll probably end up doing a Vlogmas, because I did order the Fangirl Fibers Disney Magic Kingdom Advent box, so I'm probably gonna do a small video each morning when I open that, or when I get home from work, depending on the schedule. So those will go up throughout the day. I hope everybody has a good month and stays healthy. Bye.